Boom, 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 do do do.
Hello everyone, I'm Nick Isaf, and together with my teammates Andrew Dinka and Dakota Flowers, we are Team Thani. In this video, I will present our design for the ME2110 design project, along with some alternative designs. I will then discuss the changes from our chosen design to our competition design, and we'll discuss our machine's performance at the final competition. Before revealing the concepts, however, I want to reiterate a few points about our understanding of the problem and our prioritization. Our strategy prioritizes the Hulk Homecoming and Thanos expulsion tasks as they are relatively simple and can create a large point differential with neighboring teams. Next, we prioritize the Gems and Rocks system, and lastly the Gauntlet. The reason for prioritizing the Gauntlet last is that it is worthless without gems, and therefore we see no value in prioritizing it over them. The Flick design uses two downward swinging arms with wedged heads to complete the Hulk Thanos task. The arms are identical, however the heads can be moved in and out, allowing it to push Hulk in or push Thanos away. An actuator-assisted drawer slide moves toward the center, where a wedge funnels the rocks and gems into a rail system which collects the gems and dispenses the rocks into the neighboring universe. The gauntlet is flicked by a solenoid-activated mousetrap, which then falls into a groove. The drawers are then brought back to the base via a motor. In the side swing design, the Hulk Thanos task is completed by two actuators which swing arms out sideways toward their respective targets. The Hulk arm is held in a crooked position by a string, allowing it to collect Hulk, where the Thanos system simply expels it. An extension reaches the teleportation chair via gravity-powered drawer slides. The Rock and Gem subsystem is a combination low-pass, no-pass filter at the end of this extension, which sorts rocks from gems, leaving rocks in the transportation chair while collecting the gems in a net. The gauntlet is collected by hitting down on it with a zip-tie bristle arm, which then retracts, and the whole extension is returned by a motor. A notable design failure of this system is that the low-pass, no-pass filter does not work in tests due to deformability of the squash ball rocks. The front swing design uses a single push bar to swing the Hulk and Thanos arms forward. Similar to the side swing design, the Hulk arm is crooked, allowing it to collect Hulk. An actuator-powered scissor arm moves a lightweight low-pass, no-pass filter toward the rocks and gems, sorting rocks from gems, leaving rocks in the transportation chair, while collecting gems in a net. The gauntlet is obtained via a solenoid-activated claw on the end of the scissor arm. The scissor arm can then be retracted, bringing the gauntlet back to the mansion. This design poses strength concerns as the scissor arm may flex under the stress, negatively impacting the system accuracy. The divided quests design splits the gem and rock task from the gauntlet task into two independent systems. This is to ensure that a problem in one system does not negatively affect the other. A scissor arm advances a wedge which lifts the gems and rocks and directs them toward a sorting filter which collects the gems and disperses the rocks. The gauntlet is collected by a claw mounted on drawer slides. Hulk and Thanos are both expelled in this design by roller arms, ensuring no negative points are obtained. However, this separation of system increases complexity, therefore increasing the potential failure points. The Annihilation, or zero-point design, takes a different approach to the competition and does not follow our prioritization scheme. The design rolls forward and uses a scissor arm to quickly get to the rocks and gems and then uses a mechanism to scatter them. A drawer slide deploys toward the gauntlet and flicks it away, and Hulk and Thanos are both simply pushed away. Arms then clean our zone of any item such as rocks. At its best, this approach grants us 0 points, however, all other teams will theoretically have negative points. At its worst, however, it randomizes the results instead of ensuring victory. Instead of evaluating each design as a whole to select the best design, we compared each design's subassemblies in evaluation matrices. From these three evaluation matrices, we then selected the best design. In each matrix, it can be seen that the subsystem from Design 5, the Flick design, was selected. In the case of the Hulk and Thanos system, the design solution was clearly superior, with a relative total of over 25% among the 5 designs. The other two subsystems are much closer in value, however, the system from the Flick design still wins out. Because of its superiority in all 3 of the subassemblies designs, the Flick design was chosen as our final design. In the week between qualifiers and the final competition, we decided to keep what worked, change what didn't, and refocus the goals of our design. In doing so, we changed the Flick design into the Thani pack design.
Fanny back.
Since the Rocks and Gems subsystem worked incredibly well in qualifiers, we decided to keep it while only changing it slightly to improve its effectiveness. However, the team decided to prioritize imprisoning Hulk due to his high point value over Thanos, and designed the arms that would fall to the track and sweep him in, which replaced the previous wedge design. The major change that came with the Thani pack design was the abandonment of a gauntlet system in favor of a system to defend our universe from opposing teams' rocks. The concept created for this was a sail, which would deploy to the right side of our platform when fully extended and would protect us from incoming balls. Though we were making these improvements to our machine, we also chose to prioritize the design and aesthetics. Because of this, we laser cut the majority of our machine and painted it while building it, giving it a clean, thought out, and appealing look. We also focused on our presentation and posters for the design review. This turned out to be a good strategy as we placed 7th in the design review overall. In round 1, we placed first with a score of -3 points. Because the team on our left had ball blocking systems, we flipped our rock shooting rail system to the right and removed our sail to prevent interference from rocks. Our gems and rock system worked wonderfully, collecting 10 gems and securing us a bid to the elimination bracket. In round 2, we DQ'd. Right before the round began, our sail unfurled. This would not have been an issue since we could have easily reboxed it even with the sail unfurled, but there was not enough time to do so. Though this issue never happened to us in testing, we decided to remove the sail for future rounds as a DQ then would be far more costly. In round 3, the track stopped turning, causing us to have to redo the round on a different track. In the first go, we would have easily won the round, as we were the only team to properly deploy the Gems Rock system. On the new track, however, our wedge failed to deploy correctly. We still managed to secure second place, however, and advanced into the 4th round. Round 4 ended our run in the competition. Our wedge, though it did deploy, undeployed due to an interaction with a rock. We are still unsure exactly what happened, as this error never occurred in any of our test runs. With more time, the team would have preferred to perform more tests to refine the performance of each subsystem, but the overall performance and design critique of the machine far exceeded our expectations. We believe our performance made Thanos proud and furthered his quest in the destruction of the universe. Are there any questions?